The center of this political banditry is the motor park brand of politics, nurtured by the old brigade politicians, and in recent times by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President, it is through your influence that the Nigerian National Assembly has become a haven for legislative rascality. Mr. President, it's under your watch that the National Assembly has become an extension of the executive, grossly violating the principles of separation of powers and rubber stamping the whims and caprices of your office, all while singing the international anthem of sycophants on your mandate we shall stand. Mr. President, thanks to your political machinations, Nigeria is now bedeviled by a captured National Assembly, the most ineffective in its checks and balances role since the start of the Fourth Republic. In 2006, the Fourth National Assembly had the audacity to reject the tenure exemption bid of a sitting president. In 2010, the Sixth National Assembly summoned the courage to stand against the power hijacking cabal and restore Nigeria to the path of constitutionality by invoking the doctrine of necessity. In 2011, the House of Representatives of the Seventh National Assembly had the courage to elect its leaders, as did the Senate of the Eighth National Assembly in 2015, defying executive interference. This National Assembly, the 10th, has by its unconstitutional endorsement of the president's abuse of powers proven to be the most spineless in our recent history. Through its actions and inactions, the National Assembly has in effect become the 48th member of the president's cabinet.
Let us look at the Igbos of Tunde Bakare and Igbo Reverend Kuka coming hard on the president, particularly that of Bakare question impunity on the part of the executive under the current administration of Senator Bola Tinubu, how the legislative arm have become an appendage of the executive, talking about the Senate House of Reps.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember my humble self, that Biafran evangelist, that always speak the truth, and I will continue to speak my mind. No matter whichever way you like, you understand it and take it, it doesn't concern me, but that is my own opinion. To start with, I give kudos to God Almighty, and at the same time, it's only Kuka. I know that I've been at least, not even now, even right from the time of Muhammadu Buhari, he has been voicing out. He has been speaking and smoking, letting the people to know how things are supposed to be done in this country and how life is supposed to be treated. See, what Tunde Bakare is coming to air now, Tunde Bakare should go and sleep. Why did I say this? Tunde Bakare, were you not the one with the through the gang up to play dancing at Odota? Were you not the one? When fuel was placed at the rate of 120 naira to remove subsidy, Tunde Bakare, were you not the one, the supporter? Are you not the one that saying what's our cost? Who is carrying cost now? Tunde Bakare, I'm talking to you. Tunde Bakare, where are you now? Is it now that you wake up? Is it now that you wake up from your slumber?
But can we look at the message and leave the messenger? Can we look at the message and leave?
Okay, let's go to the message.
The message is that under this administration, the legislative arm have become an appendage, a toothless bulldog that rubber stamp anything that comes from the executive.
See, one thing in life and in Nigeria is this. When you say the truth, stand on that truth and air the truth. What our executives are doing is not right. It's improper. And the way they are maltreating people and handling issues is what is making Nigeria. Are you getting it? It's what is making Nigeria where Nigeria is going. The reputation of this country is not working fine.
But why were you against Tunde Bakare?
Why I was against Tunde Bakare? Actually, why I was against Tunde Bakare is this. that he, as a minister of God, he is a man that I so much loved before. I could remember that was 2002, 2001 thereabout, when he preached about the Abraham. I followed him up. Then on television I was watching him. But when he came up and joined politics, and he did not join politics with the sincere heart that how it's supposed to be as a minister of God. During back in the days of the prophet and the ministers of the gospel, they don't take side of any government. They speak as the Lord instruct them. I'm talking about the people before us. Are you in the Bible? The ministers, we can call them as at that time they were called the prophets.
Okay, now haven't heard this?
Now, Tunde Bakare coming now. I could remember in the last election, he said the Lord sent him. Is that not also? If I may recall, he said the Lord sent him. Can God send his own servant and not allow his own servant to gain a vote, a single vote? He did not get. Mr. Zero votes. Okay, now it means that the Lord did not send you. Okay, now, because if God send you, he will commend you.
Okay, now let's look at the message. Let's read the messenger now. Looking at what the legislative arm have become under this administration, rubber stamping everything that comes from executive, whether right or wrong. Is it proper for democracy?
It is not proper. It is totally wrong. Not just for democracy alone, for the people and for their own image itself internationally, and before the people they are representing. It doesn't make sense, because when anything comes before your table, you need to look into it, you need to digest it, you need to give a think or a thought to it. How will this thing be if I should go this way? And that is what makes us man, because we are not women. It's only women that think straight, but we as men, we digest it front, we digest it back. We will now sit down, check and balance to know the effectiveness of that decision that we are about to take. But in this government now, it surprises me that whatsoever that comes from Mr. President, whether it is okay or not, they will just sign it and stamp it. It's a carry go. And at the end of the day, the reputation of the country and the reputation of the government is going down, is sinking. And funny enough, my brother, do you know that most of the time they come back to begin to regret for those actions, because their face and their image internationally, they have painted it with black.
Okay, now let's look at the angle of Reverend Kuka, because Reverend Kuka was given an appointment by Tinubu the other time,
and he refused
as the Vice Chancellor of Federal USA in Kaduna State. After that, people felt that Kuka will not criticize this government again. But surprisingly, Kuka is raising his voice against bad governance. And that is how it should be. You have come to what I was saying. A minister of God, let me tell you, being a minister of God, a servant of God, you are higher than president. If you understand your office that God has given to you, you know what it means for the oil of God to be upon you. Government is under your control. You can remember the late Papa Idahosa during his own earthly ministry when he was alive. Abacha can tell you, if you watch him, you know he speaks with authority, he speaks with the power, and he exercises it, because he understood what God has given to him. So that is what Kuka is. Even if you give me an office, you understand, or you give me a slot, doesn't mean that when you do wrong, I should not correct you. When you do bad, I should not say it. So you got to say that Kuka is a man of integrity. That is how it's supposed to be, and that is what he's doing, and that is the normal thing, and I am backing him up. I am supporting it. Don't say because somebody, see, let me tell you, some people will tell you, say, Igbos did. Not so. Be he who, if you are doing wrong thing, Igbos will go tell you, say, you know, they do and well. So, Kuka now is operating in the spirit and the blood of the Igbos. Because Reverend Kuka is known for a critic. He done that under Jonathan. He did that under Obasanjo, under Yaradua, under Buhari, he has been consistent.
God bless you. That is the point I'm making. He has been what? Consistent. And let me tell you, and I want to use this opportunity to advise all our governors, the executive, the senators, and even Mr. President, the local government chairman, somebody like Kuka is somebody that meant well for the country. Yes, when he's not a biased person, he doesn't take side. Not to the other ones that come to protest during Jonathan time. Now they know if you protest, now they say you should go and fast and pray. Yes, that is how a minister should be. If you see any government, irrespective whether that government is your brother or not, if he does wrong, tell him that what he's doing is wrong. If he does right, praise him as well.
Okay, now let's look at the viral video where you can clearly see a man from the southwestern part of the country, of course a Yoruba man, challenging Tinubu because Tinubu threatened someone who called him out regarding all this hardship that is going on in Nigeria. But the man was clear that he cannot be afraid of anybody, that Tinubu cannot be threatening Nigerians with the resources of Nigeria.
Of course, yes. The man was right. Tinubu will not say because your papa now president means that you just own everybody or you can control everybody, you issue warning to everybody. No, it's not done. Respect yourself. You are not the president, but your father is the president. And I could remember, there was a tweet that I saw the other day. Tinubu said that he has the capacity to rule, which I did not dispute that. You understand? Leadership is not meant by age. After all, in the scripture, there are some people who become a king at the age of 16. Some people become a king at the age of 22. So leadership is not by age. You understand me? That's my kind of person. If now in turn God will say go ahead, let him go ahead. But he shouldn't use the position, even though he become the president today, he shouldn't use it to intimidate people, because to oppress people and to suppress people. Rather, he should use that influence to draw souls, you understand me, to himself.
Because the man was
by winning the heart of the people and giving the people what they want.
The man was actually reminding Tinubu that they voted for his father, not himself.
Yes, the man was right. The vote we cast, those that casted vote for Tinubu, because I did not vote for Tinubu, because I already know it. And I said it here. Tinubu is not going to do anything. Tinubu and Buhari are birds of the same feather. I said it. Ask people, you can ask the chairman of that transport today, you can ask them. In my preaching, I told them that Tinubu is not the Messiah, he's not going to do anything. And as you can see it, go and ask, that's me. You understand? So even those that voted, they did not vote for Sheyi, they voted for Tinubu. And they did not just vote for Tinubu because of Sheyi. They voted for Tinubu because of Tinubu. You understand? They voted for Tinubu because of who? Tinubu, not because of Sheyi. You understand? And at the same time, Tinubu himself, those that voted for him, they gave him that vote, was as a result of the past of Tinubu contribution, Tinubu concern, Tinubu contribution in one or two persons' life. Are you getting it? What he has imparted in the people, some people's life. Every bad man have a good side. Do you understand? Yeah, in one way or the other, there are some places that Tinubu is good, and there are some places that is bad, like as he doing everybody now. Do you understand me? But that doesn't mean that he is 100% bad or 100% good. But on that vote, he was voted by those that voted for him as a result of, in the past.